What's up guys, it's the Sound Alchemist, and today I am giving you lore on Saint Celestine in honor of GW revealing that there's new plastic Sisters of Battle coming out! I am stoked. The Sisters of Battle were always an interesting army for me. I always liked the Saints, and I mean, women need some representation in 40k too. So Sisters of Battle, that's pretty sweet. Saint Celestine's one of my favorite characters. So let's dive into this holy lore. She was an angel, pure as righteous destruction. She laid low the twisted and lifted the righteous. At her passing, a million voices cried out her name. Shall we ever again see her? Sister Patricia of the Order Famulus on the disappearance of Saint Celestine. Very little is known of the life of the battle sister known as Celestine before she was declared a living saint, other than that she was once a Sister Repentia of the Order of the Martyred Lady that fought alongside the multitudes of imperial faithful during the protracted war against the heretics of the Palestine Schism. Celestine was at the forefront of the first wave of the deadliest fighting, and she was thought to have been killed in battle before the capital city of the planet Eurytion. She fell that day, alongside every other Repentia, but despite her defeat, it was said that she was accounted for the deaths of over 100 schismatics during the assault. As Celestine's body was reclaimed by her sisters and set amongst the honored dead, they saw that life still lingered within her, and the light of one touched by the divine of the will of the Emperor glowed within her eyes. Cleansing her body of the blood and filth of battle, the sisters were astonished to find that her body lay flawless before them. The next day the assault resumed, with Celestine at the head of the imperial forces. The heretics fell within hours as Celestine wreaked her body's vengeance. She was hailed as the Crusade's sacred figurehead, as the entire sector was eventually scoured of schismatics, and others deemed unworthy of existing within the realm of the Emperor of Mankind. The Crusade's leader, Lord Militant Asgar, believed the crusade would reach its conclusion on the capital world of the Palatine sector, but Celestine insisted upon first liberating the small backwater planet of Sanctus Lys. Unknown to all but her, that world was the home of the shrine of Saint Catherine of the Order of the Fiery Heart, a holy place visited by the living saint in secret just before her death. Celestine's followers found a broken altar amidst some ruins and were ordered by Celestine to remove it. Beneath the shattered remains, a hidden crypt was found. Bearing any from following her, Celestine descended the dusty steps that none had trod in millennia. As the dawn of first light broke above the ruined shrine, Celestine rose from the tomb, borne aloft on a column of divine radiance, and attended by cherubs and doves. She was now clad in a suit of shining golden power armor, and wielded a vibrant blade that none could look upon, the Ardent Blade. After her apotheosis, Celestine was declared a living saint by Lord Agnar, and a conclave of Thorian ecclesiarchy priests shortly thereafter. Saint Celestine was hailed as the hieromartyr of the Palatine Crusade, and was praised for dispatching thousands of heretics at the vanguard of the imperial forces as she persecuted numerous wars of faith. Her presence invested the faithful with an unprecedented fervor, and hundreds of thousands of heretics met a fiery end at the hands of her armies. Many were fearful of her presence, for to stand before her was to submit to the judgment of one so pure in the eyes of the God Emperor that her example could never be emulated. Her influence upon the Adepta Sororitas, for whom she became the focus of total veneration, was miraculous. She was a living saint, whom the sisters would follow even to the very center of the Eye of Terror. But finally, Saint Celestine was lost to the Imperium while fighting the renegade Warmaster of Forax. When the lunatic Warmaster triggered the meltdown of the ancient atomic pile at the heart of his fortress, an area of many miles across was blasted to mere ash. Many believe that she perished during her moment of triumph, yet none survived to give true account of the battle's conclusion. The mighty Tower of Heroes upon Sacred Terra told once to proclaim her loss to the faithful, a billion souls pausing in their toil and looking towards the Emperor's imperial palace, united in their grief for the fallen heroine of mankind. But the Sisters of Battle, at prayer with the halls of the Covenant Prioress, were gladdened by the mournful plea, for they knew that she had fallen. Celestine was now sitting joyfully at the right hand of the Emperor. There are those amongst the faithful who believe that Saint Celestine did not die all those centuries ago, fighting against the War Master of Forax, for there have been some confirmed sightings of the living saint throughout the ages. In one noticeable incident, during the Promethean War, the Order of the Ebon Chalice was sent in to reinforce the Salamander Space Marines in a brutal urban war against the deadly Chaos Space Marines of the Black Legion on the world of Celestine. The enemy was put to the torch as dozens of emulators and land raider redeemers burned a path through the war-torn cities. Despite the strength of their forces, their advance was halted when Lord Growlsticks, the demon prince leading the forces of chaos, unleashed a swarm of possessed Chaos Space Marines. As the frenzied chaotic horde ripped through the ranks, Battle Sisters and Space Marines alike fought back to back, their bolters and flamers blazing away as every warrior endeavored to sell their life dearly. However, the Allied forces were saved by the miraculous intervention of Saint Celestine, as she appeared out of nowhere, falling upon the chaos horde like an avenging angel. The living saint carved a path through the horde toward Lord Growlsticks, before plunging her blade through his black heart. With the death of this demon prince, the chaotic horde was destroyed, but of Saint Celestine there was no sign, for she had vanished as mysteriously as she appeared. It is said that she has fallen in combat several times, having been dealt a mortal blow by one of the Imperium's many enemies. However, each and every time she has miraculously returned to life, rising like a phoenix from the ashes. To the astounded faithful that see her rise again, Celestine has stated that she will only die when the Emperor himself claims her, and not a moment before. In battle, few can match her speed and grace, her feet barely touching the ground as she engages the enemy in close combat. Clutching tightly in her hands is the Ardent Blade, a sword so powerful that it will glide through armor, flesh, and bone with holy ease. To fight alongside Saint Celestine is to fight alongside one of the greatest symbols of the Imperium. Very few can stand before her might. As stated before, she wields the Ardent Blade, a flame-wreathed blade that is said to match the Emperor's blade that he once wielded during the Great Crusade. The armor of Saint Catherine. Ever since this revered suit of armor was anointed with a vial of blood from the martyred Saint Catherine, it has been believed to have sacred powers of protection. Also carried into battle are frag grenades, crack grenades, and a jump pack. And that brings us to the conclusion of the living saint known as Celestine. Let me know what you thought about her holy powers in the comments down below. And guys, don't forget, we do have an art contest going on right now, so send all your submissions to our Facebook page. Simply type in OneMindSyndicate and you will come upon this page. Or you can look in the description below where the link has been posted. Also guys, the results for the winners will be revealed shortly, so stay tuned for that, for our epic 40,000 subscriber giveaway. And also guys, we do have a Patreon page, so if you want more epic 40k videos, head on over there, where a simple $1 a month brings you more 40k videos. And if you do want to challenge the Sound Alchemist in a game of Pokemon, go to our Facebook page and message us so we could pick out a time to duke it out. I've already battled a few trainers and man, has it been crazy. So as always guys, thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. This is the Sound Alchemist, part of OneMindSyndicate, and I am signing out.
Holy